Dear students, in the previous class we discussed permanent zamindari system and mahalwari system, and one more land tax policy which was introduced by British, that was Rayatwari system. See, in the mahalwari system, headman of village or mahal was responsible to collect the taxes. Here Rayatwari system, see, even British made individual farmer were also responsible to pay the taxes. This is Rayatwari system. Now we are moving to see Rayatwari system. Rayatwari system. Yes, Rayatwari system was first implemented in Baramahal region. Where? Baramahal. In Baramahal, and who introduced this? It was introduced and implemented by Alexander Reed. Alexander Reed. He introduced Mahalwari system in 1792. This system was later implemented in Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro in 1801. Who introduced it? Thomas Munro introduced this system, Rayatwari system, in Madras region and Mysore region. At first it was introduced in Baramahal region by Alexander Reed, and later it was extended to Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro in the year 1801. Most of these regions, Baramahal region, Madras region, Mysore region, had become the part of British Empire during that time. Under this system, both farmers and the company were directly linked. In the permanent zamindari system, zamindar was directly linked with the British government or British East India Company. Here, both were made. Both means farmers and zamindar made responsible. The tiller of the land was recognized as the owner of the land. See, just to compare Rayatwari system with the zamindari system. In zamindari system, zamindar was the owner of the land. All the lands were confiscated by zamindar, and zamindar became the owner of the land. But here, the tiller of the land was recognized as the tiller means the farmer. The tiller of the land was recognized as the owner of the land. Then the owner had to pay 50% of the produce as land tax to the company government. If you grow 10 bags of wheat, you have to pay 5 bags as tax. The land tax had 30 years tenure. See, the tenure, the Rayatwar policy, the tenure of the land tax was 30 years. The tax could be reviewed after this tenure. After 30 years, they can revise or review. They can curtail the tax amount or increase the tax amount according to their wish. But the tenure was 30 years. Though the small farmers were given land ownership, they were subjected to more suffering. Here, it seems to be something good that they considered the farmers were the landowners. But though the farmers were the landowners, they suffered huge. Due to heavy land tax, it was 50% of the tax. 50% of the production. The officials took punitive actions to collect the land taxes. If they failed to pay the tax, that means the officers had taken punitive actions. The farmers had to borrow from the money lenders whenever their crops failed. See, one thing, the policies, the most dangerous part here, if the farmer or farmer's crop had failed, he had to borrow the loan from the money lenders and to pay the British government. See, there is no consideration of famine, drought, flood, no consideration. If they fail the ownership, the land will be confiscated by the British. See, for that they borrowed money from the landowners, money lenders, and paid the tax. In that way, they had taken the punitive actions, punitive measures against the farmers. They had to sell their lands whenever they failed to repay the loans. Though the company government claimed that the new system benefits the farmers, the irony was that more farmers had to lose their lands due to its implementation. This is all about Rayatwari system. Dear children, you have gone through 3 land policies, land tax policy. One is permanent zamindari system, second one is Malwari system, and the Rayatwari system. Now we are going to see the impact of British land tax system. Dear children, we have gone through 3 land tax systems. There, already we discussed it. Now let us see the impact of British land tax system. First one is a new class of zamindars who exploited farmers was created. In short, a new class of zamindars were created. A new class was created. New class of zamindars. Second point, the farmers who were subjected to exploitation of the zamindars become landless slowly. They became landless slowly. When they are unable to pay the tax, they had to hand over their land ownership and land to the zamindar. Second point means the ownership landless, the farmers became landless. The farmers became landless. Land became a commodity. Third point, land become a commodity. What does it mean? See, they can sell it, they can pledge it. See, the land became a commodity. Loans could be raised by mortgaging the land. So we mentioned land becomes a commodity, like thing, vastugalu. And fourth point, zamindars also had to mortgage their lands in order to pay the land tax to the British. Who? Zamindars. See, zamindars had to mortgage, pledge. Adavu iduvudu. Mortgaging means adavu iduvudu, adamana iduvudu, adavu iduvudu. You might have heard the word. Pledging. Mortgage the land when they are unable to pay the tax. Then agriculture sector become commercialized, had to grow raw materials needed by industries back in England. See, agriculture, fifth point, agriculture become commercialized. Agriculture become commercialized. They commercialized for the sake of British industries, to protect the interest of British industries. These are all the impacts. But here we can see these Rayatwari system, Malwari system and Zamindari system introduced in various British regions and native rulers' territory. Dear students, we can see British impact on another sector. It is a major sector, that is our education system. Here we can go through the modern education system and what are the impacts which occurred in modern education system. Now we are going to see the modern education system. Actually, in India, the education was there, but it was traditional. A method means orthodox method, more oriental method we were following. The traditional education of Indians was in practice continuously. Certain changes occurred in the traditional education system during the rule of Muslim king during the Middle Ages. They introduced madrasas. See, since the ages, since time immemorial, we had our own style of our own system of education. But later, advent of the Mughals, advent of the Turks, they brought little changes in our education system, and they had introduced their own education system. Later, new changes occurred during the British rule, especially in the 18th century. See, when a new wave in education system started to breeze during 18th century. Yes. Here, new schools were started for the children of British and Europeans living in India. They first started the education for the British, those who are living in India. Since these facilities were never extended to the local, it was of no use of them. But a man called Warren Hastings facilitated the expansion of modern education in India. Actually, the British and English education system earlier they introduced it for British, those who are living in India. But Warren Hastings facilitated the expansion of modern education in India. In 1781, he started Calcutta Madrasa. What does it? Madrasa means what? You don't think like that. Calcutta and a madrasa. Calcutta Madrasa means college. Madrasa. Who started? Warren Hastings started. When did he start? He started it in 1781. Then Jonathan Duncan, another personality, a British citizen, started Sanskrit College in Benares. Jonathan Duncan started Sanskrit College in Benares in 1792. When was permanent zamindari system introduced? When was Malwari system introduced? When was Rayatwari system introduced? And when was Jonathan Duncan started Sanskrit College in Benares? See, if possible, write them in chronological order. But it was Charles Grant who passed the universalization of British education in India. What does it mean, universalization of education? Charles Grant, who expressed his view of universalization of education. Education for all. See, British had such a beautiful thoughts, whatever it may be. He expressed it, education for all, and that means universalization of British education in India. Then the expansion of the British education in India received a special support after the appointment of Lord William Bentinck. See, Warren Hastings started Calcutta Madrasa College. He was a Governor General. Later, Lord William Bentinck, he also gave a surge to educational expansion in India. Lord William Bentinck. Lord William Bentinck. He came as Governor General in 1828. In 1828, Bentinck appointed Macaulay He appointed Macaulay to study about the educational implementation in India. Bentinck appointed Macaulay, was also appointed as the chairperson of the Committee on Education. He was the chairperson. Macaulay. The report on education submitted by him in 1835. He submitted a report. Who submitted? Macaulay submitted. And it became the base of modern education in India. It became Macaulay's education system became the base, what we call the foundation for model education in India. His policy aimed at creation of new class of Indians who were Indian by body, but British in intelligence and opinion and taste. See, what a weave Macaulay had. Macaulay says his aim was creation of new class of Indians who are Indian by body, but not intelligence, but British in intelligence, but British in opinion, but British in taste. The use of English medium in Indian learning system started after 1830s. Another important development included in the establishment of universities in India. The Governor General Lord Dalhousie established universities in Calcutta. Lord Dalhousie established universities. Lord Dalhousie. He claimed that, he introduced doctrine of lapse. The same person, Dalhousie, established universities in Calcutta, Bombay, Madras as per the suggestions of Charles Wood. He is also one of the educationists, Charles Wood. And he started, that means under the chairmanship of Charles Wood, a commission was established in 1854. He recommends to start universities in India. After this, the education started becoming universalized in India. This is all about the modern education system which brought about by British, means a change they brought in Indian education system. Dear students, today we discuss Rayatwari system and the impact of British education system, and how did they introduce the modern education system, and how our conventional method of education system was replaced by Mughal, and how Mughal's education system was replaced by Macaulay's education system, and British education system. Dear students, please go through the video and please go through the textbook. Don't forget to answer the questions what I asked during in between the lesson. Sai Ram, one and all. Sai Ram, Sai Ram.